Hello, welcome to the Chathouse Podcast. I am one of your hosts, Evan Pudva, and I got...
Oh, I'm your other co-host, Chase.
Wow.
And this is our inaugural episode.
Yeah, you could call it, the pilot episode, on other terms.
One could say it is the pilot episode.
Yeah, because, the first flight might just be a crash and burn.
I was gonna say, I didn't know you got your flight license.
Oh, well, actually, talking about flying, isn't it weird how, you can't fly anywhere right now to any part of the world because of this whole COVID thing?
Ah, yes. Way to bring it to a topic that we are all suffering with right now, and all are getting more free time, for better or worse. What have you been doing to pass the time in the day, since can't go out and do much?
Well, of course I have, the daily schoolwork grind, but,
Yes.
you know,
We all... the drudge.
yeah, but am I doing it? Not really.
Sometimes.
Yeah, on occasions. But other than doing schoolwork, I've been playing more video games, of course. Been practicing my instrument, got a drum every day. Been actually reading a little bit more than I used to.
Oh, what kind of stuff have you been reading?
Well, I just been picking up just random articles online,
Oh,
Sometimes I like to reread some books I read.
a man of culture, I see.
Yeah, well, right now in class I'm reading the book Night, which is very depressing to say the least.
Yes. It is a hard book to get through.
Yeah. But it's a pretty easy read when it comes to, vocab, I guess.
Yeah. As opposed to something like Pride and Prejudice.
Yeah, luckily I did not have to read that in my class.
Well, consider yourself lucky. Because when I had to read that, and I say read very loosely with air quotation marks, it was, for me personally, a drudge to get through. But this isn't book review.
Yeah. Well, Chase, how do you feel about it being May 4th? Are you a big Star Wars fan, or do you just dabble a little at least?
Well, yes, it was May 4th as of time of recording. I'm not the biggest Star Wars guy. I am a big movie fan, as you know. But Star Wars was never a thing I really got into. I didn't it wasn't like a childhood thing of mine necessarily. And but I mean, I enjoy watching most of them.
Just
And
a question, have you seen all of them?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I have seen all of the episodes and all of the Solo and Rogue One, and I have even seen the Ewoks specials, which, if you want a good laugh, maybe you could see them for free on YouTube. Not that I'm recommending that, but they are so bad they're funny. But, Star Wars, it's a cultural phenomenon for a reason. What are your thoughts on Star Wars?
Well, personally, Star Wars has always been in the background. And of course, Episodes 3 is my favorite, Revenge of the Sith. But, personally, I'm not a big fan of the expansion to Disneyland with the expansion of Star Wars Land. Personally,
Oh, yeah.
I don't like Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, well, I feel like, when they're bringing that in, they're kind of taking away the feel of, like, old school Disney,
Yeah.
Because, like, it feels like they're, because, Disney's a giant-ass company, buys every little thing, and, I don't remember what year the purchase of Star Wars happened, but it had to be before 2015, but, Star Wars Land, it's fine. I don't hate it, but I appreciate the detail they put in. Because I'm not a die-hard fan, but if I was, I'd assume it'd be something for me to see.
The thing that I don't like about Star Wars Land personally is, like, sure, the Imagineers put a lot of great work into the land, and I gotta give credits to the Millennium Falcon ride is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
And definitely a technological feat that they were able to accomplish. But the thing that I don't like is that it kind of locks itself into the newer series, which is not very liked by most fans.
Yeah, the newer stuff is very... You either love it or you hate it.
Yeah.
Basically, for the most part.
There's not really an in-between there.
Unless you're just like a casual viewer. Like me. But, I just... When I think of Disneyland, I don't think of Star Wars. That's not the first thing that pops into my head,
Yeah.
Everyone has their own first impressions that get to it. And that's not Star Wars for me.
Personally, whenever I think of Disneyland, especially, I always think of the wonderful feeling of just walking down Main Street.
Oh, yeah, and then you're coming up, and then you see just the peak of you see the castle in the distance as you're getting closer. Anybody who's been there gets that first feeling, I think.
But someday I definitely want to go to Disney World. I only been to Disneyland. Yeah. Disney World's a lot bigger.
That's good. I feel like if you go to Disney World, that's got to be like a multi-day thing, because it's so expansive.
Also, there's just so many parks to visit that you just can't do it all in one day.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Not expensive. It's a large expanse. Very big.
Yeah.
The best with words. But yeah, it's I feel like, what do they have there? They have Animal Kingdom, Epcot, at Magic Kingdom. What else?
They have all the water parks.
Oh yeah, they have a water park.
It's like Tundra theme.
Blizzard.
Whenever I think about Disney World, I always remember on Disney Channel 365.
Yeah.
Where it would show off.
They'd be like, oh, this new thing is opening up at Blizzard Beach, or whatever the hell.
Yeah, I always thought that was funny. I remember when Toy Story Mania just first came out at California Adventure. That was a huge deal.
Yeah. And then they changed the California Screamin' to the Incredicoaster.
Personally, I don't like that change. I don't know about you.
I feel like... Because when did they change that?
maybe like
Was
a
it like
year ago, 2019.
yeah? Was it like right during the time of Incredibles 2 coming out?
I think so.
Probably for marketing's sake. But I don't know. It's just
There was a
I
lot
get
lost potential there.
yeah.
If they made it all enclosed, then it would have been cool.
Yeah, like a I don't know, not a tunnel, but I don't know. I'm not a roller coaster designer.
Yeah, but they were kind of like locked into the already like set tunnels, so they couldn't really expand.
Yeah, they got to work with the area they have.
But also, I heard when they were building it, they had huge budget cuts.
Oh, I did not hear that.
Which is very unfortunate.
Disney making budget cuts. I think Disney might have a few dollars to splurge on. Just maybe.
But the funniest thing, Disneyland makes the most money off of their cable television.
Oh, that actually makes... Because they own so many networks, really, under the Disney umbrella.
Yeah.
Like ABC, all the various Disney Channel.
They basically own sports.
Yeah, ESPN. It's a lot.
Have you ever been to the ESPN restaurant when it was still there?
What?
Yeah, there was an ESPN restaurant that was like really good. By Rainforest Cafe.
What is it just decorated sports? I mean...
They got like big plasma TVs everywhere, and they got like a really big arcade on the second floor. And then the first floor was food.
That's...
They had really good burgers and chicken tenders, but they closed it down due to them building the new hotel that got canceled by Anaheim because they couldn't get the permits.
That's, sounds like poor planning.
Anaheim, like, hates Disneyland for some reason.
Which you'd think, I mean, like, I can see the both ways about it because, like, most, when you think of Anaheim, you think of Disneyland, right?
Yeah.
Like, what else? Like,
There's not.
There's nothing. What was the baseball team? The Anaheim Angels?
Yeah.
Yeah, is it?
They have Angel Stadium in Anaheim.
Yeah.
But it's kind of closer to, I think, Fullerton?
So, I mean, like, anybody who goes into Anaheim, unless you live, like, if you're driving into Anaheim, I'm assuming 85% of the time you're probably going to Disneyland.
Unless you live there.
Yeah, or like driving through to go somewhere. And I just, that's like that's taking up a lot of, they're making a good amount of money off that. But we're not here to dwell on Disney's financial stuff and them dipping their fingers into everything.
Yeah, but something that I'm actually excited for is the Avengers headquarters coming to Disneyland California Adventure.
Oh, I didn't even know they were doing that. What is that?
You know where Bugs Land was?
Oh, yeah.
So they're completely taking that out, and then they're gonna put a whole Disney, or Avengers themed land with two new e-ticket attractions.
Huh. Which who? No one goes. I don't know anybody that's a giant Bugs Life fan necessarily.
Yeah.
Like, is Bugs Life really anybody's favorite Disney movie or Pixar movie?
Not really. I mean, it was mostly targeted towards the kids in California Adventure.
Bugs Life came out the same year as Ants, which was not the same premise, but, you know, two talking ant movies come out the same year. Eyebrows start to get raised.
I forgot what studio came out with Ants.
DreamWorks? Maybe? Let's say DreamWorks.
Okay.
If not, we'll put a note in post.
Yeah.
But
The thing is, I feel like Disney California Adventure is losing its identity over time.
yeah, I feel like that's just the new dumping ground
Yeah.
to try new stuff and see what sticks.
They really need to change the name, I think.
California Adventure. Like, what would they? Because I know they got Pixar Pier.
It's just becoming Pixar and Avengers.
Well,
Or-
they're trying to do what properties they can. Where Disney? Tell me this. And I think you have it's like this at something like this at Disney World. But where's the Muppets area? You got to have an area for the Muppets. Kids love the Muppets. You own the Muppets. Call me if you need ideas.
One of my favorite Muppets movie is Kermit's Swamp or something. Kermit's. I have to search this up. Kermit.
Wow, it's almost as if
Kermit's Swamp Years.
I have to go with maybe Great Muppet Caper.
That's a good one.
Muppet Treasure Island has Tim Curry, so
Even the new Muppet movie is really good.
yeah, I feel like the one that's just called The Muppets, that's pretty underrated.
Yeah, and even the second one that came after it,
Yeah,
they were pretty solid movies.
I feel like they flew under the radar.
Yeah,
Then
because
the first one of those two specifically had some really good songs.
mm-hmm.
Like, I think Man or a Muppet won an Oscar for best song.
They had one song. Oh, I'm having a me party. Damn, that was a slap. I'm having a me party. A party just for me.
Ladies and gentlemen, I know it may seem surprising, but he is not a professional singer. Hard to believe, I know.
Damn.
But wow. Well, we've been spending a lot of time talking movies, which is it's funny because if you didn't know, I have a channel about movies, which we may do content on for the future and kind of bring channels together, so to speak. So, Eben, what made you want to start a podcast, and what can we expect for the future? You know, pretend I'm an audience member. You're trying to You're trying to convince me why I should listen and continue listening.
Stay along for a ride? Well,
Yeah, why should I?
right now, this is just a temporary setup. Eventually, these are going to be in person, completely in my studio, which is my bedroom, obviously. And we're just going to have some fun, have some guest stars over, maybe try products, maybe have different mini games.
Yeah, we're gonna have games, probably different segments. Just whatever we feel that week. Really, it's our slogan is like, it's like, what we're thinking is like, you never know what we could do that week and who could pop in.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's always that layer of suspense, which something new every episode, and hopefully interesting conversation.
Yeah, and hopefully over time it will just evolve more and more into where I'm not even know what I'm saying, but eventually it will evolve over time where it's just what we are, and it's pure entertainment, and hopefully you'll learn a little bit about us. Hopefully, maybe get inspired. I don't know. But it should be a fun time.
Because we have a lot of ideas for other shows and things to do, and that can only happen as this grows. And we're gonna do this because it's fun.
Yeah,
that's the main thing. I think this in our head kind of like started because like, we're quarantined, we're bored. Why don't we do something creative for people while also giving ourselves something to do? And it's we're gonna put a lot of effort in, and hope you guys appreciate it.
And also, I feel like through boredom is when your best thoughts come through.
Yeah, I feel like that's when your creativity, your spurts of creativity really show out.
It goes into ultra drive.
Honestly, it does.
And honestly, personally, I don't even care if we don't even gain a huge following. I'll just be happy if a couple people watched and stopped by.
Yeah, I've always said this when I was, doing my stuff on my channel, which hopefully I'll bring back. But I'd rather have 50 people who were consistently watching and being interactive with the channel than 5,000 people who are aren't interacting and are just numbers, statistics.
Yeah.
And just random watch time. And as this grows, hopefully we'll get better equipment and better stuff and be able to produce more content for everybody. Because that's our main goal. To make the best stuff we can. And obviously these first few episodes or so, or even more than that, there may be patchy moments at times, but we're gonna do our best and have fun while doing it.
Yeah, there's of course gonna be that awkward growing phase, growing pains.
There always is.
Yeah.
And that's just the learning curve.
Yeah, this is our first time. We're not experts by any means. And yeah, just gonna have a good time.
And that's all we can hope. Have a good time. And if people come along for the ride, all we can hope is maybe they'll stay.
Yeah. Okay. Next topic, I just want to mention this real fast. Like, what happened to the Nickelodeon's Kids' Choice Awards over the years?
I know. Okay, yes, thank you. This was actually... Okay, we didn't discuss this beforehand, but this was actually crossing my mind earlier today. Because wasn't the Kids' Choice Awards, like... Wasn't it yesterday?
I don't know. I just
I think it was,
through.
actually.
Like, what happened?
Like, I don't know if it's... Okay, like, let me know if you feel this same way. But, like, I feel like when I was younger, like, the Kids' Choice Awards would be such a big deal, and I'd have to be ready for it, and I couldn't miss it each year. I'd be sat down, ready for the TV, waiting for it to come on, you know, eagerly anticipating who got what award, waiting to see who got slimed. And then, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's growing up with age. Growing up with age, that's
Okay,
redundant.
well, in my household, it used to be a family event to sit down and watch the Kids' Choice Awards. Like, my dad even liked it.
Yeah.
Like, we would gather around the TV, get so excited, and then be like, oh, what is this, like, shit halftime show watching this scummy little Justin Bieber that's like a nobody right now.
Oh, I wonder who's gonna ride that monster truck into a pool of slime. And I feel like back then they had better hosts.
Like people like Jack Black.
Yeah, Jack Black. Like, I remember The Rock one year.
Yeah.
You know, and they used to have like actual cool guest stars like, I don't know, Adam Sandler, and just they had funny bits. Or at least from what I recall. I've never gone and reviewed a Kids' Choice Awards ceremony. But I don't know.
Each year it just got worse and worse.
Yeah. Like, who hosted this year?
Beats me? Let me look. Host.
Like, I don't know. And I remember I would be like, I would vote, and I'd be like, oh, please let this person win. Please let that person win. And, you know, I'd be like, get mad if they lost or whatever. Not like mad, but...
Victoria Justice?
Oh, that's the...
Oh, the person from Tory.
Yeah, Victorious.
Damn.
I don't know. I feel like... I don't know. I guess it might be because we've gotten older, and it's just...
Also, have you noticed how the slime is less thick over the years?
I haven't, personally.
Like, I remember it used to be, like, pretty thick, but over the years it's becoming, like, more liquidy. I don't know.
But I remember so bad as a kid wanting one of those blimps.
Oh, they're so cool. Even to this day, I still think they're cool awards.
Yeah. Like, I'd wanna win an Oscar, and then maybe a Kids' Choice Award.
Yeah. Or even the Kids' Choice Award first.
Have both of those on your resume. That'd be pretty nifty.
And also, I mean, children's television has never been good. Let's get that straight. But let me just read the TV shows that were up for a Kids' Choice Awards.
Oh, yeah, this year, I feel like they were good. No, they were good shows back in the day.
Okay, here they are. A series of unfortunate events. I read the books when I was a kid.
Oh, wait, that was nominated this year?
I think so. Yeah.
I could have sworn the final season ended last year, but whatever. That was pretty decent, actually. I don't want to go into a big tangent right now, but That's my favorite book series, and I could get into a whole spiel about the series and the movie on a later episode.
Well, just talking about it real fast. When I watched the movie, I didn't like how they combined the first 3 books into one movie.
I felt like they didn't understand what they were going for with source material. And if they really wanted to do that justice, they would have done... Like, Because I don't know if, like, 13 movies would have worked. This isn't Harry Potter level stuff, you know? That's why I feel like Netflix balanced it good with, like, two 45-minute to an hour long episodes. I don't know. I probably need to revisit. I haven't watched the whole Netflix series. I watched the first season. But okay, I enjoyed it.
Okay. Well, let me just
what
list
else?
them off. So, a series of unfortunate events. All that I never heard of.
Oh, that's like a sketch show that was on in like the 90s, and they rebooted it with, you know.
Yeah, okay. Bunked. Okay. Henry Danger, Power Rangers Beasts Morphus, and Raven's Home. Those were the candidates.
See, I feel like I don't know. I don't want to say shows are less original these days. Like, because it's, you know, as time goes, it's going to be harder to come up with newer, interesting ideas, right? And
yeah.
Not copies. Everyone steals ideas from everybody.
Adds their own little twist to it.
Yeah. But I feel like there's not just like that same pizzazz.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I like it when TV shows back in the day used to have really catchy theme songs.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Like, give a couple examples.
Well, like, okay, one of my favorite cartoons is Animaniacs.
That's a classic.
There's no denying. And they're bringing that back on Hulu. I don't know.
Or even the original Teen Titans theme song, kind of fire.
Yeah, but even just like, even not even cartoons, but like a Full House or like, you know, just like those there's those certain theme songs that like stick in your head.
Yeah.
And I feel like, you know, you don't see that anymore.
Also, it's hard to write like a catchy jingle.
That is true.
I mean, one of my favorite composers, of course, the man himself, John Williams, wrote like Superman and all the Star Wars.
Indiana Jones.
Temple of the Lost Ark is one of the best.
Wait, Temple of Doom or Raiders of the Lost Ark?
Raiders of the Lost Ark is one of the best written marches in like more modern day. I just wanted
to touch on one more thing about the Kids' Choice Awards before we move on.
Yeah.
And this is like, I'm okay with, like, this is something I'm actually happy about. Alright?
Okay.
For best cartoon, every single year I can remember, SpongeBob would always win best cartoon.
Yeah.
There'd be like no surprise. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And SpongeBob is a good cartoon. Like, obviously nothing's gonna compare to like the first 3 seasons of SpongeBob. But SpongeBob's a cultural icon. I'd put SpongeBob up there with Mickey Mouse.
For sure.
In terms of that's not a word.
Or even
recognizability
with Pokemon.
Recognition. heck am I trying to say with recognizability? But I was always happy to see SpongeBob win for favorite cartoon.
I mean, how would it not win?
How can you not love him? Anyways, you were saying?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, John Williams.
Oh, I was just saying how I really like most of his pieces. But he kind of just reuses the same stuff now. Because he kind of got lazy over the years.
Well, he's like, what, how old? He's like 70s or 80s.
Yeah.
And he's won and been nominated for God knows how many Oscars. You know? It's just...
He is 88 years old.
Yeah, he's done his fair share of scores. You know, and this is gonna be the movie nerd side of me coming out, but you know, he scores most of Steven Spielberg's movies. You know, he got so many classics: Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Jaws. You got the Star Warses, which I know isn't Spielberg. Don't yell at me in the comments. But one of my favorites of his scores that I think is really underrated is the score for Catch Me If You Can. It's very, like, jazzy cat and mouse feel to it. Would recommend.
Oh,
just to listen.
I haven't seen that movie in a long time. That's a good movie.
I really like that movie. It's my favorite Spielberg movie. I wouldn't say it's his best, but it's my favorite. I know.
Wow.
Crazy opinion, but...
I mean, it's crazy how many movies Tom Hanks has been in.
Easy. He's been around. I feel like, you know, everybody loves Tom Hanks. Most people love Tom Hanks. I feel like if something were to come out about him, you know what I mean?
Like, you know, like the Me Too movement type beat.
Him being a creep.
Yeah.
I feel like the world would just explode and implode, and people wouldn't know what to do. You know?
They would lose their mind.
They wouldn't know who to believe. You know?
Mm-hmm.
You tell me Tom Hanks is a creep. You know, next thing I know, Betty White murdered 3 people in Poland 20 years ago.
Or even if it wasn't like Tom Hanks, let's say Leonardo DiCaprio came out as a creep too. That would be...
I feel like that'd be more believable, because from what I've seen, not from what I've seen, from what I've read, he likes to date really, really young women.
Yeah. He's been in a lot of good movies too.
Yeah. By the way, if you are still listening to this podcast, if you've managed to get this far, leave a comment. Let us know what you'd want to hear us discuss in the future, and maybe we'll discuss it. Maybe we'll, or if you leave us a little insightful comment, maybe we'll read it on the show. Or if you want to send us an email, you can. We'll post our podcast email in the description, and you can send us a hopeful, helpful email. Unless it's crap, then we won't read it.
I mean, we would read it, just not talk about it.
Yeah, we read it, but we just, silently make fun of you.
Yeah. But not in a hateful way. Like in a, like...
Well, unless they were, being hateful, then it'd be a hateful way.
Yeah. Okay, well, I think we should start wrapping this thing up. I don't know about you, if you got anything else?
I think this has been a very well done beginning. I feel like, this is a new leaf for both of us, a new chapter.
Yeah, and it'll be definitely a nice pastime we could do.
It'll only go up from here until we crash and burn.
Yeah, like all great things,
All great things must eventually collapse into a black hole. That's
our universe.
That's what my mom always told me.
Well, I would just gotta say, you got one clever mom.
She'd put me in the what's it called? Not the hamper, the crib. The hamper? She'd throw me in the hamper with the laundry.
Oh, and then wash you up?
Yeah, wash me up. Then, swaddle me in her arms, singing me, lullaby sing. Oh, everything will collapse into a black hole one day. And that's, yeah.
Well, that's it. Thank you for taking the time out of your day to listen to us just ramble on about random things like Disney, Kids' Choice Awards, Downfall.
Muppets.
Yeah, the Muppets.
And that's basically what this show will be. Random crap.
It's been a blast.
I've been Chase.
And of course, I've been Evan.
And this has been the Random.
No, that's not the name. This is the Chathouse.
Okay, we'll put that in bloopers.
This has been the Chathouse Podcast.
The Chathouse Podcast.
Yeah.
Do you want me to record a thing at the end saying where you can find us on